ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Hi everyone. So in the previous class we discussed about combination of capacitor series and parallel equations, right? So we'll do more problems based on those connections, right? So there is a circuit like this. So here all capacitors you can take it as a 6 microfarads, okay na? So 6 microfarad, and this one is 2 micro and this is 3 micro, and this is point A and point B. Now they are asking you to find out the equivalent capacitance for this circuit. See how many capacitors we have. Actually we have 5 capacitors, so we need to solve all of them based on the series or parallel, so that we need to get a single capacitor called as a equivalent, right? So we will see, we need to identify which of them are in series. That is the main thing here. So what I told you, series means there is a branch, single branch. If everyone is connected like this in a single branch, they all are in series. If their endpoints are same, they are connected in parallel. This is the simple funda here. So if everyone come under the same branch, all of them are together series. If their endpoints are same, connected in parallel. Now we'll see here. See, when I see the circuit, see here, this entire is a branch, this is a branch. Now in this branch 6, these all are connected in a same line, so that if charge comes like this charge must pass us through all of them together, means charge will be same, means series. Now 6, they are in series, right? Now for this one I will solve first effective capacitance. In series, what is the formula? 1 by C effective is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3, but all of them are same, means you can simply write 1 by C plus 1 by C plus 1 by C, which is nothing but 3 by C is 1 by C effective. If you topple it, what is C effective? Is nothing but C by 3. So there is a formula, if everyone is connected in series, if n capacitors connected in series, the formula is C by n, C upon n. Here how many? There are 3, that is C by 3. So what is the C? C here is 6. So 6 microfarad by 3, it will be 2 microfarad. So on solving this, what is the capacitance we got? 2 microfarad. Now I will redraw the circuit. This is A and this is one capacitor, and this is 1 and this is B. Now replacing all with 2, so I am getting 2 here, 2 microfarad capacitor, and here it is 2 and this is 3 microfarad. Now again see, if I am taking this end as a C, this end as a D, now can I say for this 2 microfarad capacitor endpoints are CD, for this 2 micro also endpoints are CD, means these 2 plates are kept at C, these 2 plates are kept at D, they are connected in parallel. Now you can say that here endpoints are same. Now these 2 are in parallel. So in parallel, what is the formula? Simply you know that C effective in parallel is equal to sum of them, means C1 plus C2. But you know that if they are 2 are same, C means C plus C, which is 2 times C. So in parallel, if equal capacitors of n number, now what is the equivalent capacitance? NC. Here 2 capacitors are there, 2C. So 2 into, what is the C value? 2. So that it will be 4 microfarad. Now you can replace this with a 4. Now what is the circuit becomes? Now I will draw the circuit. See, I am reducing the circuit 5 capacitors I am reducing into the single capacitors, right? So again the circuit becomes, this is A, this is 3, and I am replacing the CD points with a capacitance called as 4 micro. This is B. Now we would like to find out between AB. So between AB these two are there. This is already given 3 micro. Now tell me, so this comes under single branch. They are in series. So in series, what is the formula? In series, 1 by C effective is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. I already told you one thing. Simple to use the product upon sum. If there are two, product upon sum. What is the product? 3 into 4. What is sum? 3 plus 4. 3 into 4 is 12. So 12 by 7 microfarad. This is the equivalent or effective capacitance between the terminals AB. So this is how to solve the connection like circuits. So you need to identify. First you need to look at which of them are in series. If the branch is a single branch and everything is connected, so all of them are together series. If their endpoints are same, all of them are in parallel. This is the funda here. Okay, right. So we'll discuss one more. We'll see one more question. So here we are just looking at the how to solve the effective capacitance, right? Now we will see in a different way. We'll discuss one more question. So there are lot of questions you can able to solve based on the series and parallel. There are 4 capacitors kept like this, and they are connected to the cell. Okay na? So this is 4 microfarad and this is 6 microfarad. Okay na? So 4 microfarad and 4, this is 8, this is 3 microfarad and it is 6 microfarad. Now these are the points A and B. Now the question is, here some 50 volts you can take, battery voltage is 50 volts. Now the question is, there are some points C and D. Now the question is, find potential difference between C and D. Find potential difference between, means here how much potential is there and here how much potential is there and difference. Okay, right. So to find out the potentials, means we want V. So Q is equal to CV. So V is equal to Q by C. Then how to do this type of questions, right? So initially we don't know. See here potential we want means charge upon capacitance. Q equal to CV means V equal to Q by C. Means Q we require, even though we have a C values, but we want Q value. So how to get Q value? Again is by finding the effective capacitance, Now see how many capacitors are there? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay na? Right. Now identify. Are 4 and 8 are in a single branch, so they are series. 3 and 6 single branch, they are series. So these two series, these two series. Now the circuit becomes, are 4 and 8 will be, circuit will be written like this. This instead of 2 I am writing 1, and instead of this down I am writing 1. So this is, I can take C1 and C2. Okay. Now what is C1 value? 4 and 8 series. Series by what is the formula? Product by sum. So 4 into 8 by 4 plus 8. So 4 into 8 by 4 plus 8 is 12. So 4 1s are 4 3s are. So it is 8 by 3 microfarad. So this one is 8 by 3 microfarad. And what is C2? C2 is this one, 3 into 6 by 3 plus 6. 3 into 6 by 3 plus 6 is 9. 3 1s are 3 3s are, it will be 2 microfarad. Is it okay? Right. Now this C1, C2 are in parallel because their endpoints are AB. So these endpoints are AB, these endpoints are AB. So parallel, in parallel, what is the formula? Then C effective is equal to, in parallel, sum of the capacitors. So C effective is equal to, one is 8 by 3, another is 2. Now it becomes 3 1 are 3 to the 6, so it will be 14 by 3. So what is the C effective? 14 by 3. Now we got the total capacitance and we have a battery voltage. Now can I get some charge Q? So what is the formula for Q? You know that Q formula from the battery is equal to C effective into V. Q is equal to CV. Now Q from the battery is equal to C effective we got as 14 by 3 microfarad into battery voltage is 50. So 14 50s are means 700s. So Q is equal to 700 by 3 microcoulombs. So this much charge will come here and it has to split. It has to split. See, this much charge Q, we already calculated this 4 and 8 as C1. So this charge has to come like this. Means if Q is coming, now I would like to find this is Q1, this is Q2. And I gave in earlier the formula for Q1. So what is the formula for Q1? Q1 is equal to, in parallel, C1 by C1 plus C2 into the total charge Q. Now C1 is how much we got? 8 by 3. So 8 by 3 by 8 by 3 plus 2 into total charge how much we got? Here total charge is 700 by 3. So 700 by 3 microcoulombs. If you solve this one, so here you will get 14 by 3. So cancels, so that here 14 left. So 14 means 7 2s are 700s are. Okay na? So your 14 here, 700s are 7 2s are, means here 50 you will get. And this is 8. So 50 into 8 how much? 58 is a 400. So that Q1 we will get 400 by 3 microcoulombs. Array, total charge you are getting as a 700 by 3. 700 by 3 is coming. Already in this branch 400 by 3 is going. Now what is Q2? So Q minus Q1, because 700 is coming, 400 is going this side, remaining this one. So Q2 will be 700 by 3 minus 400 by 3 is 300 by 3, which is 100 microcoulombs. 100 microcoulombs. Now tell me, what the question they are asking you? They are asking between C and D. Means we should know what is the potential there at C first, right? Okay. Array, I gave you 50 volts. What does it mean? This one is plus 50, this one is 0. So this potential will be taken as a 0 volts. This potential will be taken as 50 volts. Now this is 50 volts. Now here this 50 volts, now charge will cross to this one. So this will drop some voltage. This 4 microfarad will drop some voltage. Now potential drop across 4 microfarad I want. So to move the charge, how much voltage will be dropped? So we know the formula Q is equal to CV, means V is equal to Q by C. So what is the Q value? It is Q1 only, na? So Q is, so V equal to Q by C. C is 4 micro. So it will be 4 cancels with 100. So 100 by 3 volts will drop. 100 by 3 volts will drop here. Array 50, we have a 50 here. Now here how much is dropping? 100 by 3. Now what is the VC? Now can I say VC will be in that 50, this 100 by 3 will be dropped, means 50 minus 100 by 3, which will be called as 50 by 3 volts. Now what is the V at C? V at C we got as 50 by 3 volts. In the similar way, you find out potential drop across this one 3 micro. Now V across 3 microfarad. So V formula is Q by C. Now what is the charge flowing this through this branch, which is Q2? 100. So Q2 by this is 3 micro. So it will be 100 by 3 volts. So what is the voltage dropped across this 3? 100 by 3. Now out of the 50, something is dropped and left at B, D. So what is the VD? VD will be 50 minus 100 by 3 volts. So which also called as 50 by 3 volts. Now can I say that at C, what is the voltage there? 50 by 3. And at D, 50 by 3. So same voltages. Now what is the potential difference? 0, because 50 by 3 minus 50 by 3. Potential difference means VC minus VD. So 0. It means at these 2 points, if I connect any capacitor, will it work? Will it work? No, because the potential difference is 0. Array V0. When V is 0, will the charge flows? When charge flows, when potential difference is there, then only charge flows. Understood? So that is why here at the C 50 by 3, at the D 50 by 3. Now I will tell you one more thing. Array totally 50 na? Here it is 0 na? From 50, how much is dropped? 100 by 3, so it will be 50 by 3. That 50 by 3 will drop here, becoming 0. That is the funda here. So the drops, sum of the drops is equal to battery voltage. That is what I am telling you. So see here, this is very important question. Here I am not asking you capacitance, effective capacitance, not the charge. I am asking you at some point what is the potential. At some point what is the potential. So for this what we did? Here first the effective capacitance we find. Then after how much charge will start? Q we find. Now that Q will divide. That Q will be divided into Q1 and Q2. We got the values. Now when the charge is traveling, when the charge is passing, some voltage will be dropped at this stage. That voltages we find. Now when something is dropped, the remaining one is VC. Means if it is 50, for example if it is 100, in that 100 20 is dropped here, means what is the potential here? 80, because 100 minus 20 is 80. Like the same way I got the values VC and VD. Right. Now I am not going to explain the next topic, but I am just give you the hint. See, this is 4, this is 8, this is 3, this is 6. Now what is the ratio of the above? 4:8 is 1:2. And what is the ratio of these two? 3:6 means 1:2. If the ratios of the above and below are same, if I connect any capacitor here, this capacitor will not work. Why? Because at the C and D, the potentials are same. This concept is called as Wheatstone bridge. I will just tell you. So did you understand what is the problem here? Right. Now the next one is, it is the one method of combination of capacitors. So the next, based on this question, I will tell you the next one. So the next is Wheatstone bridge. See, I will give you the capacitors, 4 capacitors. this is C1, C2. This is C3, C4, and here I kept one more, C5. What is this concept called as? Wheat stone bridge. This combination is called as wheat stone bridge, where 4 junctions will be there. This is 1 junction, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. For the 2 junctions, they will connect a battery. For the remaining 2 junctions, they will connect any capacitor. Now, sir, what is wheat stone bridge? If the ratio of C1 and C2 is equal to the ratio of C3 and C4, if these two ratios same, then this will not function. What is the question earlier? I told you this is 4, this is 6, this is 8, this is 6. Now what is the ratio of 4 is to 8? 1 is to 2. What is the ratio of 3 is to 6? 1 is to 2. Here at C and D, the potentials are same. Means if I keep any capacitor here, will it function? No, because potential difference is 0. Charge will not pass. So that is the concept here. If the ratio of these two are, if the ratio of these two equal to if the ratio of these two, then also at these 2 points, V3 is equal to V4. Potentials are same. Potential at third junction, potential at fourth junction is same. Hence C5 will not work. C5 will not work. Now you can remove it. Now circuit becomes easy. Now the circuit becomes only single like this. This is C1, this is C2, this is C3, this is C4. These two are in series, these two are in series, the remaining one is parallel. So you can solve that one. So this is called as a wheat stone bridge. Wheat stone bridge. Okay na? Right, we will see one question like that. So simple thing. This is 2 microfarad, this is 4 microfarad. And here it is 5 microfarad. Okay. Now this is A, this is B. Now this is 6 microfarad and this is 12 microfarad. See here, what is the ratio of these two? 2:4 means 1:2. What is the ratio of these two? 6:12 means again 1:2. Means Katham, it is called as a wheat stone. Then you can say that bridge is balanced. Bridge is balanced. It means that the middle resistor, middle capacitor will not be there. So remove it. Now these two are in series. In series, what is the formula? Product by sum. 2 into 4. 2 into 4 by 2 plus 4. How much? 2 into 4 is 8 by 2 plus 4 is 6. It will be 4 by 3. And these two also series means 6 and 12. 6 into 12 by 6 plus 12. So 6 into 12 by 6 plus 12 is 18. Now 6 1 is 6 3 is, so it will be 4. It will be 4. Now this combination both are in parallel. In parallel you can add the capacitors. So it is 4 by 3 plus 4. How much? So you can take 4 out. It will be 4 by 3, 16 by 3 microfarad. This is how to solve the effective capacitance for Wheatstone bridge type. Wheatstone bridge type. So here what we discussed, series connection and parallel and both together, and some problems where how the charges will distribute, how to find out the potential differences, and the next one is Wheatstone bridge. Okay. Now we will discuss one more. Sir, they might not give you the combination like the Wheatstone bridge based on the satisfying Wheatstone bridge. If they change the scenario, then what to do? For example, sir, I was unable to find any link. I was unable to find out these capacitors are in series, these capacitors are in parallel, and it is not like a Wheatstone bridge. Then what to do? If they give you that type of question, what to do? Then we need to follow some certain method. See, if we find it is a like series, then it is easy, but for all these such type of problems we have a certain method, we need to follow that method. Okay, now if they give you any circuit, we should follow only one procedure, right? What is that procedure? I will tell you. So I will take the simple circuit. Okay, now here this is 2 microfarad, this is 4 microfarad, and here it is 4 microfarad and this is 2 microfarad. In between they kept some 6 microfarad. Right, now they are asking the effective capacitance. Effective capacitance between A and B. Between A and B. Right. So can you able to tell which are in series? No, because in this branch only one thing is there. If there are two, then you can say. Can you tell which is in parallel? No, because endpoints are, everything is different. Is it a Wheatstone bridge? No. See, the ratio of 2:4 is 1:2, but the ratio of these two is 2:1. They are not same. So the ratio of 2:4 is not equal to 4:2. Hence, it is not a Wheatstone bridge. Then, in this type of things, what we need to do? We have a certain procedure. We have a certain procedure for all such type of questions. You can do it for any question. Okay. So general procedure. General procedure. So the first one. Step 1. So what is the point? We need to identify the points where we should find the effective capacitance. So identify the points in between to find C effective and name them as A and B. A and B. So here also, here A, there is a B. So I will take a small a, small b, no problem. And the second step. Now connect a cell, connect battery of potential V. In between these, you can connect a cell. The cell has two terminals, this is plus, minus. Okay, now from plus take Q charge and from negative take minus Q charge. Means from this plus take some plus Q charge, from this negative take minus Q charge. It means the battery plus terminal is giving Q charge to this A and minus Q charge to this one. And the third one, find step 3. So when you get this and is, this is voltage V na. Now step 3, give capital V voltage to A point, 0 voltages to B point. So this is a battery of V volts, means plus and minus, plus will be V and minus will be 0, and that is why A will be V voltage, this B will be 0 voltage. Now find charges through each capacitor. By conservation of charge, by the what is the principle? Conservation of charge. So you need to find out how much charge is going through all the capacitors. Then step 4. In step 4, write equations. Right. So fourth equation, write equations for all the capacitors like Q1 is equal to C1 into that voltages and all, and then apply loop law. So finally you will get Q is equal to in the form of C effective into V. Sir, loop law is what? You can consider any loop, and so you can start from a point and come to the same point. The total potential drops and gains will be 0. What you have learned in Kirchhoff voltage law in electricity. So this process you need to do, right? Now I will just do it for this question so that you can understand. The first one, in general procedure, step 1, identify the points in which you need to find out. So this is the point A, this is the point B, I have identified. So I have 5 capacitors given, 5 capacitors. So I need to solve them, 5 together as a single, capacitance called as a C effective, so that it is a battery. So this is V, this is Q. That is why you can get Q is equal to C effective into V. So I need to solve those 5 to get single capacitor called as a C effective. So I identified and I named them as a A and B. The second one, connect a battery. I connected a battery of voltage V, and from the positive take Q charge is coming, from the negative minus Q charge is going. And the third one, give voltage, this voltage to this point as a V, this point as a 0. For example, if the voltage is 24 volts, now give the plus 1 as a 24, this one as a 0, the difference is 24 minus 0, like this. Okay, then next find the charges on each. See here, if the charge coming is Q from the battery, what is the charge coming? Q. Now let me take in this branch Q1 is going. Now what is this branch? So according to conservation of charge, if Q is coming, this will be Q1 and the remaining will be Q minus Q1. Because incoming is equal to outgoing. Okay na? Right. In capacitors, how the charge is stored? If this Q1 is stored here, if this Q1 is stored like this is plus Q1. Automatically due to this induction minus will start here. Now can I say that like this way, if this is plus Q1, this will be minus Q1. This is plus Q1, okay, plus Q1, and this will be minus. And here also, if this first plate is positive, second plate will be negative. Means for the positive, what is the charge? Q minus Q1. For the negative, minus of Q minus Q1. Okay. Now there is symmetry here. See, the currents are coming and splitting like this. Again, these charges, the charges coming like this and splitting. Again, these charges must come and like this. So here 2, there is a symmetry. If Q1 is taken here, I can say that here also Q1. There is symmetry 2 and 2, and there is symmetry 4 and 4. Now if it is Q minus Q1, this also Q minus Q1. Now both of them together added. So this is the negative plates. So at the negative plates, these charges, negative plates minus, what is the charge? Q minus Q1 plus, what is this one? Charge Q1. This is negative plate. This is negative plate. So when negative plate minus Q1, so minus Q1, both added, you need to get minus q, because from the battery how much charge is coming? Minus q. See here, this is minus q, minus minus plus q1, and it is minus q1, so cancels, you will get minus q. So that is how I will take here. So see here, the charge q is coming, it can split into q1 and remaining q minus q1. As a symmetry, if it is q1 charge, this also q1 charge. If it is q minus q1, this also q minus q1. Okay. Now what is the charge through this one? We have charges on all. We identify charges on all except this. Now how to find out that one? So this I am taking as some C point. This I am taking as a D point. See, according to conservation of charge at C junction, we have plates like this. This is C, right? So at C, this charge is Q1, but it is minus. This is plus, minus. This is plus, minus. You can take this is plus, minus. Now this charge coming is Q1, this charge going is Q minus Q1. Now we would like to find how much charge will go here. You may take it is an X. Now what is the conservation of charge? Before connection the total charge is 0, and according to conservation, now after connections also the total charge must be 0 on the plates. Sir, which plates? The plates connected to the point C. This C will be connected to this plate, this plate, this plate. Now I can say, I can just to understand I will take like this. So on these all three plates initially charge is 0 when connections are not made. Now also charge must be 0. So the total charge must be 0. So what is the first plate? Array it is minus ra, and charge is Q1. So can I say minus Q1, and this is plus, and what is charge I have assumed as X. So plus X, and this is positive plate plus, what is the charge passing through capacitor? Q minus Q1 must be 0, because this is final charges, this is initial charge. Initial charge is 0 anyhow. Now final charge also 0. So from this one you can find out X. And minus Q1, minus 2Q1, going that side becomes 2Q1 minus. This is the charge passing through this capacitor. Now the third step, find charges through each capacitor and write its equation, then apply the KVL, Kirchhoff's loop law. Now see how to use the loop law. So here loop should be taken which connects the battery. See, this is point A, next coming like this C, coming like this B, and again through the battery. We got one loop. And again A to the C, D, B, this is battery. So we have two loops. So loop 1. What is the loop 1? A to C, C to B, B to battery, again to A. By going in this line, you know, in current electricity, some potentials may drop, some potentials may gain, the total sum will be 0. That is Kirchhoff's voltage law. I am doing the same here, right? I am doing the same thing here, Kirchhoff's loop law. Now start from this point. Now first one is coming is capacitor. We are going from plus to minus means drop. When you go from plus to minus, take voltage is dropped. Sir, what is the voltage here? You know formula for Q is equal to CV, V is equal to Q by C. So Q upon, what is the Q? Q1 upon, what is the C value? 2. So Q1 by 2. And reached C, C to B. C to B, one more capacitance, voltage plus to minus you are going means drop. How much is the charge? Q minus Q1. Q minus Q1 by its capacitance is 4. So we reached B. Again to the battery, you are going in the battery plus 2 minus, you are going like this. Plus 2 minus means gain. What is the voltage? V. And reach the point again A. So it becomes 0. This is equation 1. And in the same way, take one more loop. Take one more loop. Sir, why we are taking one more loop? Because here variables are there, right? So again A to C, C to D you will come, and D to B, and again. So loop 2. Loop 2. A to C, C to D, D to B, B to battery, and again to A. This is the loop we are going to take. Now first A to C, again plus to minus means drop Q1 upon 2, and C to D. See, you are going like this, and I already told you here this is plus minus means this is plus, this is minus. You are going from plus to minus means drop. What is the voltage? Q upon C. What is the charge on here? Charge will, I got 2Q1. So 2Q1 minus Q upon the capacitance is 6. And now C, D2, this one, again plus 2 minus, drop. How much charge? Q1, and the capacitance is 2. And again to B, B2, again battery plus 2 minus 2 plus means gain plus V equal to 0. This is equation 2. Now solve these two equations. Solve these two equations and eliminate Q1 such a way that you can get the formula in the form Q effective, Q is equal to C effective into V form. Solve these two equations, eliminate Q1 so that you will get an equation Q is equal to in the form of C effective into V. Now what is in this place, how much capacitance you are getting, that will be the effective capacitance. This is the general method. Okay, so this is the homework I am giving you. You just solve these first two equations, and you should get the equation in the form of Q equal to C effective into V. In the place of C effective into V, how much you will get, that is your answer. So this is the general way. Okay, did you understand? And do the calculation later. Okay. Now, so there are lot to discuss, lot of problems to discuss. There are number of methods. So you can apply this method for anything. So it is not a requirement that we need to bind to the only one method. No, we have a number of methods. If you are ready to identify the series and parallel, then that is very easy. Sir, if I could not able to identify series, parallel, Wheatstone bridge method, then you need to go by this method. Okay. Then if in some questions they will give infinite capacitors, so that is nothing but infinite ladder of capacitors. If they give you this type of questions, then how to solve? Infinite means C likewise they will give you. I will just give you one question. This is the terminal A, terminal B, at which we need to find the equivalent capacitance. And I am giving you some capacitors like this. I am giving you number of capacitors which are going towards infinity. Going towards infinity means this circuit extend goes to infinity. We have lot of capacitors. Now how to reduce all the capacitors so that you will get this single capacitance called as a equivalent capacitance. So you just take C, all the of C. Sir, how to solve this type of? So you know that in between AB points, you need to get C effective, right? Now to do this type of problems, you just look at the picture, look at the circuit, so that take somewhere some points again AB, such a way that you will get the same problem again. What I am saying, AB already given na. Now keep anywhere these 2 points AB in the circuit in such a way that from that again you will get the same problem. See, AB are here. If I keep these 2 points here, A here, B. If I erase this entire problem, if I erase this one, now I will get the same problem again. Even though if I erase this one, I will get the same problem, because the repeating circuit is C and C. This branch is repeating, this means in front of this repeating circuit I can keep AB, so that from here again the same problem is coming infinite layers. So you need to take such a points AB, so that again you will get the same problem. So that is how I will take this problem. This is A, this is B. Now the first one is C, and this one is also C. Now what I did, instead of entire circuit, I just taking 2 points A and B here. In between I will connect, instead of entire these capacitors, I will keep AB means C effective only na, so I will keep C effective. This C effective represents all of them. Now see, the largest question becomes very short now. So we reduced. Now see, this C effective endpoints are these two. Means this C endpoints are also same. Means how these two are in parallel. These two are in parallel. In parallel, what is the effective capacitance? In parallel, sum of the terms C and C effective. Cp is equal to C and C effective. Now I will redraw the circuit again. This is A, this is first capacitor C, and this is B. Now in the place of these two capacitors, I am writing Cp, which has the value C plus C effective. Now to get C effective in between AB, what is the C effective? If these two, how they are? These two are how? In a single branch. In a single branch means series. Now these two comes under series. Now if you solve both of them, then you will get the answer. Means effective capacitance between AB is nothing but series connection of these two. In series, what is the formula? C1 C2 by C1 plus C2, means product of the two by sum. Product of the two is C into C plus C effective by sum C plus C effective. Understood? Now C effective I am just assuming as some x. This I am assuming as x. So x is equal to C into C plus x by C plus x. C plus x is 2C plus x.